Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered if we're truly alone? Or perhaps looked down at the earth beneath our feet and considered what secrets it might hold? We're taught that human history began just a few 100,000 years ago. But what if that's not the full story? What if our planet hosted intelligent life, advanced civilizations, long before we ever walked the earth? What if they never truly left? This is the Silurian Hypothesis. It's not science fiction. It's a serious thought experiment from leading scientists, and it will change the way you see everything. The idea sounds wild, right? Like something straight out of a blockbuster movie. But it was proposed by two very serious scientists, Gavin Schmidt, the director of the NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies, and Adam Frank, a professor of astrophysics at the University of Rochester. They asked a simple, yet profound question. If an industrial civilization existed on Earth millions of years ago, what traces would it have left behind? Would we even be able to find them today? Think about our own civilization. We've been an industrial society for only about 300 years. In the grand cosmic timeline of 4.5 billion years of Earth's history, that's less than a blink of an eye. Now, imagine our civilization vanished tomorrow. What would remain in, say, 100 million years? Our cities would crumble to dust. Our roads would be overgrown. The vast majority of our plastics and structures would be ground down by geological processes, subducted into the Earth's mantle, or eroded away by wind and water. The fossil record is notoriously incomplete. Only a tiny fraction of life ever becomes a fossil, and the odds of finding a fossil of a pre-human intelligent being would be astronomically small. So, if we can't find bones and we can't find buildings, where do we look? This is where it gets really interesting. Schmidt and Frank suggest we look for chemical fingerprints, or what they call geochemical anomalies. An industrial civilization, like ours, fundamentally alters the planet's chemistry. We burn massive amounts of fossil fuels, releasing carbon into the atmosphere. This changes the carbon isotope balance in the air, water, and soil. We create synthetic fertilizers to feed our population, which releases huge amounts of nitrogen into the environment. And what about our plastic problem? Over millions of years, these plastics would break down into microscopic particles, creating a distinct sedimentary layer that future geologists might find. We also have our regrettable legacy of radioactive elements from nuclear testing and power generation. These materials have half-lives lasting for thousands, even millions of years, leaving an unmistakable calling card long after we're gone. So, the scientists went looking. They scoured the geological record for events that mimic these signals. And they found some. About 56 million years ago, there was a mysterious event called the Paleocene Thermal Maximum, or PTM. During this time, global temperatures skyrocketed by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, and a massive amount of carbon was released into the atmosphere. The cause is still debated by scientists. Some say it was massive volcanic eruptions. Others suggest the melting of methane hydrates. But the event's carbon signature bears an eerie resemblance to the projected effects of our own Anthropocene era. Could the PTM be the scar left behind by a forgotten industrial civilization? It's a tantalizing possibility. There are other such hyperthermal events in the geologic past, spikes in temperature and carbon that defy easy explanation. This brings us to a mind-bending question. If they existed, what happened to them? Did they succumb to a climate catastrophe of their own making, a chilling warning for our own future? Did they face a pandemic, an asteroid impact, or a supervolcano eruption? Or maybe, just maybe, they became so advanced that they transcended the physical world as we know it. Imagine a civilization a million years more advanced than ours. Would they still be using fossil fuels and building skyscrapers? Or would their technology be indistinguishable from nature itself? Arthur C. Clarke famously said, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." Perhaps their technology is indistinguishable from geology or biology. This leads to the most fascinating part of the hypothesis. What if they're still here? Not as little green men in flying saucers, but in a form we can't comprehend. Could they be living deep within the Earth's crust, in the unexplored depths of our oceans, or even in other dimensions, existing alongside us, unseen? We've explored less than 5% of our oceans. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about our own seafloor. The deep Earth is an even greater mystery. Think about the countless reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs, now being taken seriously by governments worldwide. Pilots, credible observers, describe craft that defy our known laws of physics, performing maneuvers impossible for our technology. Could these be probes from a cryptic cryptoterrestrial civilization that has shared this planet with us all along? It's a hypothesis explored by thinkers who suggest that some UFO sightings might not be extraterrestrial, but ultraterrestrial, native to Earth, but so ancient and advanced they seem alien. They might be a form of life that evolved right here, but on a completely different timeline. Perhaps they view us the way we view ants in an anthill. We know they're there. We might study them from a distance, but we rarely interfere directly, unless their anthill is in the way of our new highway. Could humanity just be living in the path of something far older and more powerful? It's a humbling thought. This ancient civilization might not be hostile, but simply indifferent. Their concerns and existence on a scale so vast we can't even begin to grasp it. This isn't about promoting conspiracy theories. It's about expanding our perspective. The Silurian Hypothesis is a powerful tool for what scientists call astrobiological thinking. It forces us to reconsider what we're looking for when we search for life, both on Earth and on other planets. We tend to search for a mirror image of ourselves, a civilization at a similar stage of development. But what if intelligent life typically lasts for millions of years? If so, any alien civilization we find is likely to be millions of years ahead of us. We might not even recognize their biosignatures or technosignatures. They could be digital, biological, or something completely beyond our imagination. The geological record of our own planet serves as a perfect test case. If we can't reliably find evidence of a civilization right here under our noses, how can we be sure we'd recognize one on a distant exoplanet? It challenges us to look for more subtle signs, not just radio signals, but atmospheric anomalies, unusual energy signatures, or geological oddities. It teaches us that absence of evidence isn't necessarily evidence of absence. So what does this mean for us? For one, it's a profound lesson in humility. We see ourselves as the pinnacle of evolution, the masters of this planet. But we might just be the latest in a long line of inhabitants, and possibly not even the most advanced. It's also a stark warning. The same geological records that hint at past civilizations also show the catastrophic consequences of drastic planetary change. The PTM, whatever its cause, led to mass extinctions. If a prior civilization did perish by changing their climate, we are currently following in their footsteps. The Silurian Hypothesis is a mirror reflecting our own potential fate. Ultimately, whether an ancient civilization existed or not, the quest to answer the question is what matters. It pushes the boundaries of science, forcing us to think creatively and question our most basic assumptions about history, life, and our place in the cosmos. It's a reminder that the universe is far stranger and more wonderful than we can imagine. The greatest discoveries are often found not by looking for what we expect, but by being open to the possibility of the truly unexpected. The clues might be all around us, hidden in plain sight, encoded in the very rocks beneath our feet, just waiting for us to learn how to read them. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through deep time. What do you think? Could an ancient civilization have existed before us? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this mind-expanding exploration, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest questions in science and history. See you next time.